Well, folks, it's been a day and a half, more like a week and a half, maybe a season and a half. So we're doing as unorthodox a thing as we can tonight. I'm gonna record one battle. If it goes well, great. If it goes terrible, too bad. That's what you're getting. 2v2. Got a heavy and a light. I got a ground attacker. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. I don't know if you're checking out the left side of my screen, but if you are, you probably have a few questions. And don't worry, we'll get to those. I don't fly this plane very often, but I have a soft spot for it. I really do. This plane is good at lots of things. Including that. And this. As long as you stay out of the tail gunner's way. I know. What we're really good at is finishing people who aren't expecting to see us. Normally I don't turn with this, but we got to get somebody or we're going to lose this zone. Bomber squadron detected. Engage them immediately. Oh, there's a P-36 that wants a piece. Sadly, he cannot have any. Got both wings shot to hell. The 162 got me. I should have burned away, but I was just trying to stall the capture of that zone long enough. Fortunately, Reggie is doing a rally. Rail-guile? Rail-guile? We're going to go with Rail. Rail is doing exactly what he should be doing. And the end result is we're going to be capping these guys out, I think. Alright, so I can be a little less aggressive now. Now, if they want to sit in the middle, we'll let them. Until such time as we have some advantage in how we're doing this. Important thing in situations like this is not to panic, right? To wait until you got the right move at the right time, the numbers you need to take the zone, right? Right now, we don't have it. My turn, buddy. The ultimate boom and zoom. Don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. There you have it. We've almost got that other zone over there captured. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff over there. All right. Exactly is after me. Bot BBPs are the worst. There's rockets, tenacity, speed. Alright, doesn't look like they're anywhere close to hitting the middle of the cap. And there's a down-tiered German here. Start braking. And that's all we're going to do. We're going to do vertical loopsies just above our stall speed. And we're going to make sure this guy goes down. So one of the reasons I don't have a turning mod on this is because you can get the speed pretty low, which is wonderful. So even though your turn speed is giant, your turns are actually fairly tight. Of course, the bot just magically gets 1,000 cap points on his run through the zone, right? All right, fine, I'll get out of your way. Now, this is the one critical, which is awful on this thing. Of course, this is where you start talking about bots having special powers, right? The angle and the range on this tail gun. That's not the way that works. If any of you have played that plane, no, that's not how that works. So. Looks like rail is going back in there again. Let's see if I can make a sweeping pass. No, I'm going to capture that. Well, if the storm is too heavy, that means we got to clear these guys out. Fortunately, this one's coming into the zone. He's down. This one is too. I have to be careful because my HP is not exactly at a super awesome level right now. So I need to make brushing passes and then clear. Fortunately, I can do that. Now, actually, we really want our bots to clear the other guy. Yes, of course. Unfortunately, with my boost the way it is, I might be in for a bad match right here. Yeah, there we go. And that's the end. Thanks, bot, for your sacrifice. It was not in vain. Now I'm going to get out of the zone. Ta-da! It's a limited plane. It's it's not super capable. As you can tell, you kind of have to take your victories where you get them. So, as I said, not been a great day for me, so not a lot of energy or enthusiasm. This is the first and only match I played today to get my daily out of the way, just to record something for you guys. I'll go through my setup really quick, and then we'll call it a night. So, 8 down. I did get pegged that one time. Did a little too much fancy maneuvering around the middle, tap dancing, and unfortunately that will get you killed in this plane. So the guns are actually not bad on this. They're probably better than most people think they are. So let's go through my setup a little bit so you can see kind of what I'm dealing with, which is very different than normal, but it's what's most comfortable for me. So I have a maneuver set up on all of this. We've got maneuverability here. I'll eventually swap that out to accuracy when firing at moving targets. The auto aim angle on these is already high, and so adding that extra 5% would be even better, make the guns feel even better. And then to that, I will add the two maneuver and turns to go ahead and max these out as well. I mean, there's no real reason to do anything with the speed on this plane. Even if you get up higher, your boot, I mean, yeah, it's just not, it's limited, right? As fast as it is, it's limited. So, and then I've used my second slot there for this, improved armor protection, and it's also, this is very much a glass cannon. I've got resistance to fire up there. I will probably also do aircraft HP. And then I'll probably do one of the damage ones as well. As you can see, the resistance to fire, even with the exhaust bleed system and that improved engine, is still very low. And then resistance to damage isn't great either. So that's what I'm trying to work up here is kind of get those up, at least get the engine, because as you saw, when the engine's knocked out, you're screwed because you can't maneuver. I mean, you lose power, but you're still not great in that department. So that's really one thing you don't want to lose, or you want to be able to get back quick. Now I could swap this out for an engine restart. I've thought about that. But here's the thing. Your cruise speed is not awesome. Your boost is short. So a little bit of a nice thing there. And then that thrust, right? What you're really looking for is getting to 0 to 60 as fast as possible. If you are going to get away, you need to be able to accelerate faster than them. And that's what this plane is good at. So that acceleration, like you saw with the Key 163 when I was fighting him, is the only thing that saved me. Because technically, that Key 163... Where is it at down here? Is he a 1 or a 3? Let's see, before we pull the wrong statistics up here. Yeah, so he was a 1. So I don't know what the final speed on this is. We'd have to look at him on the website. But nonetheless, he's got to be pretty close to me in terms of speed. But he doesn't get the acceleration that I do, right? That's where I have the edge, is I can get out of there faster and make that human pilot give up. So that's the way I've got mine kitted out. I don't have the usual stuff here that one would think. You know, I've got the fire extinguisher, I've got the bleed. I could do an engine restart here. I might do that at some point. You really don't need the engine cooling. You know, you're going to get to boost speed within about 3 seconds. So 10 seconds... you just don't need it. You're not going to use it for anything. So I would go with this or this, one of the two. And then once you've got your specialization unlocked, I do both of these, honestly. They're just going to help you out a little bit. So, and then over here, yeah, I mean, I know, I hear you saying, hey, get the turns going. And you could, but, you know, part of turns is not just this, it's also other stuff. And if you noticed, there's not a lot of good rudder control on this aircraft. Probably because of this design of the plane, right? And so your rudder doesn't really do a whole lot for you. So even if you chop that turn time down, it's still not a great, you know, high maneuverability plane in that sense. So, you know, I think it's better to not be facing or chasing fires all that time. I've tried it with the other one. I really have. I'm not sure it's the best thing. When I had it on, and what it encouraged me to do was take on turn fights that I shouldn't have been taking on. So it's not on there. I save myself against fire, and I realize I can't turn. I need to just fly away and come again. So, and even then, as you saw in the first zone, it didn't work out quite the way we intended for it to. So I do have a special camouflage, the parade camo on this one right here, which is fun. It looks great in desert environments. But, you know, the parade camo we got was, you know, it's 5%, so not awesome. You can go with the cruise speed, but, I mean, 7 kilometers per hour I mean, it looks cool, but the reality is having the tolerance from AA guns and gunners is probably better, and the concealment especially, because this thing is all over the map, right? And so to have that, little bit of extra surprise when you're coming in on someone is good. So there you go. The guns, by the way, benefit from the 1-2-3 method that VBAT talked about. I'm not sure where he got it from, but it is a good method, which is essentially, these guns overheat in 3 seconds anyway. That's the official time, game statistic wise. So you fire three bursts, pump, 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 and then you take your finger off the trigger, pump, pump, pump. And I'm still working on the discipline needed to be able to do that well, but it is kind of fun. So as for winter trials, they were supposed to be announced today, according to the paradigm that Wargaming has set out in the last 2 years. However, they didn't do that today, and instead we got the Wright brothers this weekend. What does that mean? A couple of things. We may not be getting winter trials this year. We may not have a winter marathon this year. Again, that's only been the last couple of years that that's happened. So it may be time for a shift in things. They may have not had time to get another model together. I don't know. It's the 10th anniversary kind of takes precedent over Christmas in terms of, your in-game specials and stuff. So we may not be getting anything at all, which is kind of disappointing. Hopefully they'll at least do something akin to the Winter Trials, a Parade of Nations, some discounts, because we really do need something like that in the game right now to kind of boost that Christmas attendance, especially if there's not going to be a marathon for a plane. So we'll see what happens. I got to decide tonight as I upload this video if I'm going to buy the Horton, the other flying wing in the game. I've got the JLA. I picked it up a while ago. I have not liked it. It's not been my favorite, but some people really love it. And I know in the right hands it's a fantastic aircraft, but it's something I'm still working on learning how to do. So we'll see. I may wake up in the morning with a Horton 229. I may wake up in the morning not, just depending on how I feel after I shut off this recording. So you guys have a great weekend. Stack in those personal points. See if you can get your achievements done, and cross your fingers that we get some good news tomorrow or next week on winter trials and holiday maneuvers. So until then, I will see you in the skies. Questions, comments, suggestions, or requests, throw those in the chat. Throw a thumbs up, throw a subscribe if you want to see more, and I will keep working on it for y'all. Catch you later.